What is up, everybody? Welcome to What the Fuck Wednesday here at Ghost in the Night, where we do our little special live stream on Wednesdays because we love our loyal YouTube listeners, and occasionally we put them out on the podcast feed. But as always, we welcome everybody that's in the chat. Thank you for joining us, and be sure to hit the share and like button, all that happy horse shit. And if you're new to this podcast, this is Wednesday. We don't talk about a bunch of shit, but we do have something to talk about. A little topic that you and I were talking about earlier.
A tippy topic.
But
It's
David,
a topic.
as we were running our preview or our pre-show shit, David asked a question.
David also said he likes the new intro. Been a while, huh?
Has it been that long since David's been here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I remember David.
Not that we love and appreciate all of our listeners and followers.
We're not judging.
Every little shit that is part of our poop cult is a piece of our heart, our poop heart.
Yes. But David, I'll give you the lowdown because I do have some new news.
Oh, he doesn't even know about the potential new show.
The new show.
Oh, there's new news?
Yes,
New
on that front.
Newzoos?
On that front. Now, for those of you new.
Front, back, side to side, doesn't matter. You just say the word Zaddy.
We are on it. I'm in it. Or on it, in it, whatever.
This is not sponsored by On It.
No. If Joe wants to float me some money, I'll be more than happy to.
By all means.
I will get some kettlebells and take some whatever that brain shit.
I don't know. If Joe Rogan wanted to give me $1 million, I would legitimately cup his balls for 10 seconds with my hand. I think that's a fair trade for $1 million.
Why is
Oh no, it's being wonky.
I can't see the.
You gotta drop that down.
I'm trying.
You have too much of the. There you go. There you go.
There we go.
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Got it. Get it. Got it. Good. Smack it. Flip it. Rub it down.
Well, it looks like David, he's been working on cars, been doing all kinds of stuff around the house, mowing. Hey, we're glad you're staying busy. And
you want to come work on my car?
Yeah, you need it, baby. You need it.
It's sitting dead at the end of my friend's street. Phil picked me up from work this afternoon.
And driving him to work in the morning. Just call
Well,
me.
I'm off tomorrow.
Oh, that's
and
right.
I'll be gone this weekend.
Also, that won't be till Monday. I have to give Phil's Uber service won't start till Monday. Awesome. Okay, David, we'll give you a quick lowdown. The new podcast that I am thinking about doing, and if this isn't...
It's bothering me.
I know. Yeah, you know.
I mean, it's like... I'm not trying to sound shitty, but these fucking $30,000 Prada pillows just pop up everywhere ever since we moved to L.A.
Lactic assholes, is that where we moved to?
That wasn't a bad one.
You like that?
Or like literal assholes.
Literal assholes would have been better.
Lactating assholes.
Ooh. Milking the prostate.
Liquid acetaminophen.
Okay, but the new podcast that we are thinking about spinning off, or Travis will be the producer of that one and give his commentary and probably be a guest on it very often.
I'm going to get a voice changer.
But for those of you who have listened for a long time, I've been getting catfished a lot. People have been attempting to catfish me. So I've been thinking about doing a little documentary podcast series. Documentarian. I know it's not a word, but it's my show. I make shit up.
I think they make medication for that.
That's all right. And where I play along with these dudes, dudettes, whoever it is, the 600-pound life people that are catfishing me because they are never the model. Because let's face it, you guys are seeing me on YouTube. If it's a 25-year-old model-looking chick, she ain't interested in my ass. A 50-year-old, grumpy, middle-aged asshole. That ain't happening.
Yes.
So, but the new
all correct.
The new podcast will be kind of talking about that, maybe going over my interactions with them, and then eventually exposing them. But as from last week or 2 weeks ago, we were talking about the one that I had on the line.
That didn't work out very well, did it?
The hook was set. Oh, it worked out exactly as told. But she shocked me. He, she, it, whatever. Shocked me. They shocked me.
The person in question.
Yes. Because they went a long time without asking for money. Because that's the telltale sign. Asking for money. But eventually, after a week or so, we got it. It came about. And whatever. This person said something. I just couldn't drop. I couldn't let it go. I had to blow my wad. And kind of expose her at the time. I couldn't play it out anymore. I got to work on that. If I'm going to make this podcast, show about that kind of shit. I'm going to have to learn to,
Not prematurely evacuate.
yes, and call them out quickly.
Excellent.
So I called her out a little too quickly because she said where she changed her game up was most want you to send them a gift card because their phone.
One of those Visa gift cards that you can use anywhere.
Some kind of gift
Target.
Yeah. She did not want to do that. I was even baiting her to, because she naturally, as always, had phone troubles.
Motherfucker.
Had phone issues.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, and what threw me off and why I blew my load way too early and exposed her, she came up with a new concept. Apparently, her father had passed away.
Good.
And she wanted to know if she could trust me. She thought I was trustworthy. And she wanted me...
Bitch, what the fuck do you mean you know what the fuck? Like,
I know.
You've known me for like 4 days and
Yes.
we've never met face. How the fuck do you know I'm trustworthy?
But she wanted to send me the money. And I sent back...
just to hold on to?
Yes. Yes. I was
like, hey, man, will you hold on to this money for my dad's funeral for me? I don't trust myself.
As I was texting, I was laughing so freaking hard and shocked that this was something new. I've heard of this on this particular scam on email, on via email, but never.
Oh, just to get your banking information.
That's what they're doing. I was like, damn, and I sent back.
You should have been like, we can do it through Zelle. What's your Venmo?
I was laughing so hard. I finally said, "You are aware that's not how that works, right?"
Yeah, fuck stick. Good job.
And she put, "What do you mean?" I said, "Inheritance. That's not how that shit works."
Oh, she wanted to give you the inheritance? How the fuck? What the fuck kind of a scam is that?
Right. I was like, oh.
How stupid can you be? Like, I'm not trying to dumb shame, but you're fucking whoever you are out there. You're dumb.
But this one was good. I mean, she didn't use overly hot. She wasn't overly hot.
It's like those fucking bullshit random comments that we get on our YouTube videos. Yeah. Go to this link for hot naked girl fuck sesh. Big girlfriend, big money, fucking pepper emoji, eggplant emoji, peach emoji, smiley face with the stars, hot naked girl sex site.
But
that's like almost verbatim.
That is the premise of the new podcast.
Hi, Moon Unit.
What's up, Moon Unit?
That's a new one.
That will be the...
I like that emoji.
Yes. That will be the premise of the new podcast. I might just make it the Wednesday What the Fuck Live session. I don't know.
I've been kicking around the idea of how much fun it would be to get run 4 or 5 microphones if we wanted to, and just have oh yeah, you're fun to talk to. You want to come over and fucking shoot the shit for 2 hours amongst friends, obviously. But just randomly have people in here.
We ought to call people at the bar while they're there on a Wednesday.
One in particular.
The one that always wants to be on the show.
Yeah.
Always says, when are you going to put me on the podcast?
When are you going to have something to talk about?
But,
I mean, it
would have to be about 9 o'clock when he's good and wasted.
I mean, he's just going to tell the same jokes he's been telling for the last 5 years.
Yes. And we're going to cut this because we know he'll see this. We'll cut this clip out.
No, he won't.
Yeah, he will. He's always watching our clips. Because every time I go in there, I hear...
Oh, you mean we're going to make a clip so that he sees it. Oh, okay.
Yes. And then we still have to come up with a recipe for the other one.
God, he's always so sweaty.
Oh, God, he sweats a lot.
Of
course, you got to remember.
And then he fucking tries to fix his hair, and it looks like an old lady haircut where they smooth it down on the front, and then it's kind of spiky in the back.
Oh, we are definitely cutting this out just for him.
He looks like fucking... I don't even know. He looks like Judge Judy with a fucking... if Judge Judy was addicted to Snickers and Jaeger.
Yes, I can't disagree with that.
And had a 5 o'clock shadow.
And I've known this little fucker. No, well, he ain't little no more since he was about 12. And he's 40 now.
Has he lost weight?
No, he's actually... I told you I have the picture of him.
Of course you do. Of course you would keep a picture of your 12-year-old
I coached
student.
him in Little League football. It was a group picture.
Oh, even better.
That sounds even better.
Was there Butterfingers?
Okay, what's Tyler say before we get to the topic at hand that we're going to discuss? I can't read that. Who'd win in a fight? Is that what it says?
Yeah, Chucky or Leprechaun. Well, Leprechaun's got magic, kind of.
Is Lucky Charms?
But Chucky, It'd have to be the Leprechaun.
I would go with Leprechaun.
He's got one of the best fucking lines from any shitty horror flick. What was it? Leprechaun 4, Leprechaun in the Hood? There's just some
Which
random...
one was Jennifer Aniston? Leprechaun or Chuck? The first Chuck. I think she was in the first Leprechaun.
I don't know. But yeah, Leprechaun in the Hood. There's this dude smoking a blunt. He's like, you won't hit this man. And he was like, a friend with weed is a friend indeed.
That's a good
And
one.
I was like, yeah, this goes along great with the fucking shit show that is this series.
Yes, but all right, that's enough of that.
It's almost as good as Jason X. Have you ever seen Jason X?
I couldn't make it.
The one in space?
I've seen the one in space.
When he gets cryogenically frozen? That movie.
Is that the one, which one has Kelly Rowland from...
That's Freddy vs. Jason.
Is that Freddy?
Freddy vs. Jason was awesome. Everybody's like, it's a terrible horror movie. I'm like, yeah, but it's a fucking really cool action movie.
Yeah.
When he was like fucking chucking Freddy around Camp Crystal Lake, and then Freddy was fucking knocking the ends off of those fucking oxygen tanks and nailing them with them. Good times.
Good times. I'll have to say, I never did like the Chucky series.
They're funny.
I didn't buy it as a...
Nah, they're funny.
I'm sorry. If a doll started walking through here, even if it had a fucking butcher knife,
they got better as they accepted the comedy factor of it.
It's like
once they get to like Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky, like it was just a laugh fest with fucking blood.
I would not fear that doll.
Oh hell no!
I dropkicked that.
He was a real doll.
It's like
it was a My Buddy doll. Look it up.
It'd be like if Chalupa got possessed. I just dropkicked that bitch.
Yeah, she almost got smushed this morning. I forgot she better half picked her up and put her in the bed after you left because she was doing that bullshit. And then she fucking insists on laying between us. And I'm like, dog, do you realize you literally, like, my foot weighs more than your dog? I would almost put money on it.
My dick weighs more than my dog.
I would not put money on that.
Moon Unit wants to know, he asked a good question. Chucky is not actually alive. It's just a possessed, right? I don't know. Is that what it is?
Yes. I don't even know if possessed is technically the right word.
I'd still just say take the fucking batteries out.
Well, I mean, I don't think it works like that.
I know that.
Annabelle didn't have batteries, and that bitch was writing on fucking parchment paper with red crayons and shit.
Yeah.
What's the other one? What's the other doll? The one in Florida. The one that looks like a sailor. In the Navy.
The Village People?
Fuck. Something. It's Robert the Doll.
Oh, Robert the Doll. They never made a movie about that one, though, did they?
I think there was something based off of it. I'll tell you what. You want to know a fucking movie that creeped me out a little bit, for real?
What movie?
When I saw it in theaters. Have you ever seen Dead Silence? It's along the lines of like a Chucky type deal, but it's a
Quiet Place.
It's a bunch of fucking... A Quiet Place was kind of cool. You know that's a trend now on TikTok and shit.
What?
The Quiet Place game.
What's the game?
You get a fucking Nerf gun and you blindfold yourself, and then all your friends have to like hide and try not to get heard and shot. I was like, it's a little dark. I like it. But no, Dead Silence. I saw it in fucking high school. I think I went on a date, like one of the 2 or 3 that I went on in high school, and it's this haunting lady died, and like the whole thing is she had it's all ventriloquist dolls.
Oh, those are creepy.
Yeah,
those are creepy.
Yeah, and they're like made to look creepy, like kind of like how the Annabelle doll is portrayed. But as a marionette, so they got as a ventriloquist, so they got the floppy mouth and shit. It's fucking terrifying. They're just like turning and looking at people like, I'm gonna eat your fucking heart. Eat my dick, fuckbag.
Night of the Living Dead, the original. David likes that one. I don't think. I know I've seen it. I just don't remember. I couldn't remember a thing about that.
Evil Dead. I actually prefer the remake of Evil Dead.
I don't think I've...
Oh, God, when she runs her tongue up the blade of the box cutter while she's just looking at you, she just... and, like, splits her tongue. I was, like, both aroused and scared.
We are going to
just like going to my uncle's house.
I want to keep talking about movies here for a minute, but we are going to get to global extinction, what we were talking about earlier. We're going to get to that here in a minute. We have some thoughts, which we might actually make a full episode at one point on this. After we
we're going to make a full episode on just what happened to the dinosaurs. There's so many theories.
That's really outside of our niche.
Not mine.
Not yours. You're a dork.
Especially when you consider that. Well, when you consider that one of the hypotheses involves extraterrestrials.
That they were.
Well, actually, technically, there's 2 hypotheses.
Isn't one that
3 hypotheses, really.
That they created the dinosaurs?
There's they created them. There's they took them off the planet. There's the dinosaurs were the aliens. Or that there's also that we were the aliens and we wanted the planet. So he said, fuck off now. Go on, T-Rex. The one from Meet the Robinsons. Have you ever seen that? You have kids.
I'm sure I have.
It's an animated movie. Oh my god. There's the bad guy has a fucking trained T-Rex that he has like as a minion. And there's a part where he fucking like tells him to go get him and he can't get to him because of the way that a T-Rex's body is structured. And the guy's like, why aren't you seizing them? And he just turns around and he looks at me. He goes, mind you, it's in T-Rex, so it's kind of muffled. It doesn't sound like this. But he turns around and he looks at me. He just goes, because I have a big head and little arms.
I've probably seen it.
I was like 17, high as fuck, laughing my ass off with that scene.
But let's be honest, I'm old and I think dementia's starting to kick in. Pretty soon I won't remember this podcast.
That would be a fun podcast.
I'll be sitting here in mid-sentence going, huh?
That would be, I mean, like, not to make light of serious problems, but, like, to do a podcast with somebody with dementia or Alzheimer's would be so interesting. You could do the same fucking topic every time.
The only thing that would be better was doing a podcast with somebody with Tourette's.
We kind of already do.
That would be fucking funny. Moon Unit Event Horizon was jacked up. Which one? Was the Event Horizon have George Clooney in it? I think or Sam. Oh, I forget.
I've seen it. But movies get hard after a while.
Well, don't we all?
The movie Get Hard. That was a good one. Will Ferrell
I don't like Will Ferrell that much. I just don't think he's that funny.
Dude, that movie is hilarious. Him and Kevin Hart together were great. When he got all mad, but he didn't know how to cuss like normal people, he was like, fuck something. Fuck a tit.
Fuck a tit?
Fuck a tit hard.
Just one, not both?
Oh my god, and then he's like, the last step of training for prison was like keystering something.
Wasn't there, oh no, I'm thinking Ride Along too. I thought, wasn't there a Get Hard too? But
I wish there was a Get Hard too. But no, like the last step that he never got to was hiding shit in your ass. And like Kevin Hart just came over to like continue training one day, and he taught himself overnight, and he's just pulling fucking shanks out of his ass. He pulled one out, and he was like, "Look," he was like, "The electric toothbrush part still works." He's like, "James, was that it?" He like handed him a couple. Like he walked over, he was like, "What are these things?" He was like, "Oh, those are shivs, or in Ireland they call them chibs." And then he's like picking them up, looking at him. He's like, "You made all these?" He's like, "Yeah." And then after he starts pulling them out of his butt, he was like, "James, did you were all those shivs?" He was like, "Mm-hmm." He was like, "Hey, if you're gonna do something, do it right.
Do it right, baby. Do it right." All right. Moon Unit. Oh, that's Moon Unit. That's a little racist. The other black guy from The Matrix. I assume he's talking about Event Horizon. Was Lawrence Fishburne in Event Horizon?
Lawrence Fishburne was the main black actor in The Matrix. I don't remember the name of the brothers. Tank and Dozer.
Oh, Tank. Yeah, or no, Dozer. Which Dozer was?
There's brothers.
Yeah, Dozer was. Tank was the one that died, right? Dozer.
I think they both died eventually.
Because he was in.
Lost. Let's be real. They were off to a bad start.
He was in Lost.
I don't know. You tell me. I never watched I've watched like 2 episodes of Lost, and as soon as I started watching, I was like, stupid.
Oh, I loved it. Up until the last episode.
I was like, we'll go to fucking Family Guy reruns.
We never found out what the black smoke was. I've watched that series 3 times, trying to see if I missed it.
This is a hallucination.
Well, that was boring as fuck. That was a big letdown.
I mean, realistically.
That was like
they were all dead the whole time.
That was like a padded brawl letdown.
I don't know. There's a lot of letdowns in the cinnamon buns.
There's no letdowns when it comes to cinnamon buns.
Like fucking Swordfish.
I have to say, seeing Halle Berry's tits for the first time made the movie.
Like when he fucking made Wolverine get a a fucking head job while he was trying to hack into the CIA or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
I was like, I call bullshit. If I was in that scenario, I'd be like, honey, stop. Please.
I'm working here.
I'm working.
Yes.
There's a fucking gun to my head. Who's going to shoot first?
Anyway, let's get to global extinction. And this came to me today, actually. Or was it yesterday? I don't fucking know. I listen to a podcast because I have no fucking life.
Yeah.
I do a podcast and listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
And it was about Nemesis.
I will say, sidebar to that, I do, since we do one, I do often find myself enjoying podcasts that are not about what we talk about, more so than I used to.
I don't really listen to the comedy podcasts anymore. I listen to both. I listened to Joe Rogan today because Schultz was on from the other day. And I love Andrew Schultz. He's
like, I re-listened
hilarious.
to like both the Neil deGrasse Tyson episodes of Joe Rogan the other day.
I think Theo Vaughn was on yesterday, so I haven't listened to that.
I'll listen to that. I fucking love, I can listen to Theo talk about anything.
No, but I listen to comedy podcasts.
He said, my favorite strain of marijuana was cocaine.
Or I listen to topical, kind of news stuff.
Welcome to NPR, the podcast.
No, like political stuff, just to kind of get, some.
I like to listen to stuff about space and dinosaurs.
But I will listen to things in this genre or true crime and paranormal, just to
Gene Ray,
get some ideas for shows, or blatantly just steal,
I will too.
Shit.
Yeah, I will too.
But
especially like more like I'll say I go like a different subgenre,
right?
Like a more serious one,
or I will,
because I'm like, if the more serious one, I'm like, ooh, then I know I can talk shit about it.
Or I would be like you and nerd out and watch or listen to something.
Shakespeare's here.
Shakespeare, what's up?
About goddamn time.
You're tardy.
You can't say that anymore.
Tardy? Doesn't tardy mean late?
That's an interesting one now that I think of it.
I didn't put the re in front of it.
I'm surprised they haven't tried to cancel that.
I remember you used to.
You're tardy, late, slow.
Oh, is that? Oh, really?
I don't know if they have or not, but now that I think of it, I'm kind of surprised they haven't.
I did not know tardy was a bannable offense now.
I don't think. I don't know.
I never. You know what? I never associated it with the re version of that word.
Yeah, but when you think about it, now that I don't know if it is or not. I doubt it, but like when I think about it, like you were slow getting to class, you are now tardy.
I used to get tardy slips all the time when I was in school.
Jimmy, you're a little tardy today.
Well, if I offended any of you, I am so sorry. Not.
Jimmy, you were tardy. You are not. You cannot have a crayon for snack time.
And I was about ready to make when you were talking about Annabelle, and the red crayon, I was about ready to make a eating crayon joke, and I held off. Then I fucked it up by saying tardy.
This shit is bananas. BANANAS.
Shakespeare says she got sucked into an episode of Smallville. That is not a valid excuse, Shakespeare.
Never got into that one either.
I know.
I can't do shows like that. Like, it's very rare that like a show, I don't know how to explain it, but any show like you know me, I watch like documentaries and shit like that every once in a while. Like Yellowstone, I like Yellowstone.
Yes.
I binge watched the holy shit out of The Bear. But The Bear has multiple levels to me of liking it. It's got some dark humor. It's got Maddie Matheson in it, who is one of my personal heroes. I love Maddie Matheson.
I have no idea who that is.
He's a Canadian chef. He's on YouTube and Vice and all that shit.
You lost me at Canadian.
Oh no, he's fucking hilarious. He's got tattoos like from the head down. Like his I think his actual face is probably the only thing that's not tattooed on his body. And he used to be like a drug addict and a fucking alcoholic and shit. And now he's making fucking big bucks cooking fish tacos and fucking porchetta for Vice and shit. I want to make a porchetta. Would you eat a porchetta if I made it?
What's in it? And I will tell you.
So you take a pork belly with the loin attached. So a whole pork belly, which is bacon, with the tenderloin attached on the one side. You put a shitload of salt on it and like spices and some herbs and stuff on the inside and some oil.
Okay, Colonel Sanders.
And then you roll it up.
What is it? A pork joint?
You roll it up skin side out You tie it, you bake it, and then after you take it out, you put it on like a drying rack, like the racks that you put in your pans to like let shit drip. A drip tray,
Right.
a drip pan, and you take hot oil, and you ladle it over the top, and it fries in like pork rinds, basically the skin on the outside of the cooked pork tenderloin bacon combo thing, and then you cut into it. It's like it should sound. It's just all crispy and
I think I would eat one of those.
right. And I'll make those green beans that you like.
Throw some potatoes in that, and I might just come a little. I go almost.
I don't know. Like it's kind of a bitch to make, but I want to make one. They look so good.
Moon Unit said, "Oh, he's referring to the Event Horizon ship that came back from going through a black hole." I know I've seen it.
That's racist. The black spaceship pilot came back through a black hole. It couldn't have been a white hole. It couldn't have been a opaque hole.
Black holes have nothing to do with race.
Black holes matter.
Black holes have nothing to do with race. It's because light can't escape, so therefore they appear black.
Okay, here's another question.
Of course,
antimatter,
which makes up what, 98% of the universe?
It makes no sense.
What do you mean?
As up to this point, we have yet to find any actual physical matter to antimatter. So why is it antimatter?
This is a question for somebody that is intelligent. And at what point do you think I'm intelligent?
You have your moments.
I have my Rain Man moments, like once a year.
You said 274 toothpicks. Yeah, 274. Buy my underwear with Kmart, Cincinnati. That was a fucking good movie.
It actually was. And filmed right here in Cincinnati.
Dude, when they went on that fucking like 4-hour drive and he just kept repeating the call out for that radio station, he just bang, and then they cut to the next scene and he's still doing it. Oh, good times. They check out the ship that we already read that. Anyway. So what were we getting to? Oh yeah, the fucking
Nemesis.
All of us dying.
Yes. Now I was listening.
Let's talk about death, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about almost exclusively bad things.
That may be.
That may be. Let's talk about death.
I was listening to a podcast, and most people have heard about Planet X.
That's where DMX is where his ashes got launched.
Is that where? Really? Cool.
X don't give it to you.
And
what? Have you seen the video of him singing the fucking Rudolph?
No.
Oh my God. It was like after a radio interview and they're like, so they're like, so how do you feel about Christmas? He's like, oh, I love Christmas, man. He's like, do you know any Christmas carols? He's like, yeah. And like they put on like the jingle to Red Rudolph, and he's like, oh, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, what? Had a very shiny nose. And then he started like in the middle of this fucking office building. I was like, that's amazing. That's almost as good as the person that put the DMX vocal cues over the Reading Rainbow song. It's like, take a look. Come on, it's in a book of Reading Rainbow. Suck my dick.
But see, this is what the beauty of Wednesdays. What the fuck?
You just do whatever the fuck we want.
We've tried for 20 minutes to start talking about Nemesis and Planet X.
Well,
and we can't do it because we always get sidetracked because we have the attention spans of a 3-year-old.
Yeah,
which is it is about our maturity level.
Which is funny because it's like if I'm involved in the conversation, if I'm listening, if I'm like strictly listening, is that fucking? There's a wet spot under the hair.
It sounds like a personal problem.
I'm gushing with anticipation.
No, but Nemesis, I've never heard of Nemesis. The only thing I've heard of Nemesis is a shitty Star Trek movie.
Star Trek Nemesis.
But apparently,
Make it so, number one.
Most star system, most stars that are very similar to our sun, we are kind of an oddity in the galactic world, in the universe, our solar system. And that is because I think don't quote me on the numbers, like 80% of the stars like our star, our sun, which for you stupid people, is actually a star.
Mm.
They have their binary system, which means there are two stars that rotate around each other.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like in Star Wars. Tatooine has two suns. And we do not, so that makes us kind of an oddity. Like I said, I think it's around 80% of the stars like ours have a sister star or a brother star or whatever they identify as.
That's my cousin star.
But we do not. But you take it, and most people have heard of Planet X, which that concept is there's a big planet outside Pluto, or whether Pluto's, is Pluto a planet again, or what the fuck? I can't keep
We'll just
up.
go with celestial body.
I can't keep up with Pluto's a planet or not anymore. I say it's a planet, but I'm not Neil deGrasse Tyson, and he speaks for all.
He's your friendly neighborhood fucking why can't I fucking astrophysicist?
Tyler mentioned Nibiru is, a lot of people think that is Planet X.
Nibiru.
Which
sounds like a Pokemon.
The Anunnaki, all that.
I choose you, Nibiru.
All that stuff. But
he'd be a scratchy voice Pokemon, Nibiru.
But the Nibiru or Planet X theory is that its orbit brings it in close to the sun, and that the Sumerian, or what's the Anunnaki came from there, and when they get close, they come here, blah, 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 blah.
The Anunnaki.
That the Sumerian text, or Sumerian whatever, said that was the way it was. But
the Samoans and the Bukakis.
Now, Nemesis is a little different. It's not, the concept of Nemesis is not that it is a planet, it is something different. Like maybe we do have a star, twin star, that our system is binary, and it has a twin.
Mm-hmm.
But it has either died out and became a black hole, or it is a red dwarf or a brown dwarf. Of course, is that politically correct to say call stars dwarfs now too?
I mean, it's dwarfism, so yeah, I guess.
Okay. And
I think they prefer little fucker.
Little star, a red little star or a brown little
star. Little star.
But
I wonder where you are.
There are some scientists, and these are scientists talking, that think that
Science.
This star Nemesis is, rotates around. They're rotating around each other, and every so often, every 26 million years or so, give or take 5-6 million years, they are close enough to where it throws off the astral bodies and things start coming into the inner solar system, as in asteroids, meteors, or asteroids or meteors meteors just coming into the atmosphere.
No, so we talked loosely about this. Are we talking about stuff that already exists within our realm of our solar system being physically affected by gravitational pull of the other star, or are we talking about stuff that is already within the gravitational pull of that star coming into our airspace, if you will?
There's an asteroid belt or some kind of rock belt outside of Pluto, right?
Yeah, they're everywhere.
You're right. There's, we got the one between, what is it, Mars and Jupiter, the asteroid belt?
I believe so. I think there's more than one.
But I know there's one outside of Pluto. And when that star gets close enough, it starts hurling that shit in our general direction.
Yeah, so every 26 million years, it starts hurtling shit in our direction, and then 12 million years later, it actually hits us.
Yes, it starts hurtling shit our way. It starts basically.
You guys, it happened. The stuff's coming at us from the other side of Pluto. Jesus Christ! Somebody call the president. Mr. President, we're fucked. How long do we have? How long do we have, Jim? Seriously?
I'll be out of office by then. Fuck it.
Jim says it's going to be about 462,000 years, so disregard. Sorry about that, Prez. We're not going to die. Just don't have kids after the next 33 generations, and we should be all right.
And this preaches something that I've said on this podcast. I believe civilization has started
multiple times.
Mm-hmm. We've had global extinctions several times.
Yeah.
And just like how the dinosaurs died, and most people think the dinosaurs just died of one big asteroid hit the size of Texas. No, it was a bombardment, and it happened over, I might be wrong, you know more of this. Didn't it take like 100,000 years for all the dinosaurs to completely, the ones that went extinct, to completely go extinct?
from my personal opinion and understanding, I think what it was is there was a cataclysmic event, and then that just it did enough damage that it forever changed the life cycle of the dinosaurs, because you take out I mean, one way or the other. You take out X amount of predators, there's going to be too much prey, then the prey is going to change the landscape of the land, then other things aren't going to be able to live there. They're going to have to move. Or if you take out too much prey, the predators have nothing to eat, then they have to move on to something else. And then you have cross-contamination of hunting grounds and biological ecospheres, and it all just turns into a shit show after. It's just like if one hit now. Like, if one hit now...
Not everybody would die over
No,
time.
but... Yeah, we'd be fucked eventually, more than likely.
Right, with nuclear.
But there's also the fact, like, there's all this shit, like, I was just listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about this. Like, I hate all this talk about stuff. Like, people were like, what if fucking asteroids? What if Armageddon? The dinosaurs. Like, what the fuck do you care what if? We're fucked. If we saw a species eradicating sized celestial body that was for sure coming to Earth, it would probably take upwards of a decade to prepare and make something or a plan capable of changing that outcome.
Right.
So we'd be fucked.
No matter what.
Because you got to think, like, they're like,
Don't
oh,
worry.
it's so far away. I'm like, yeah, but that thing's realistically moving like fucking 34,000 miles an hour.
Don't worry. Bruce Willis and Ben Affleck will save us.
Ben Affleck's too busy blowing fucking Aquaman.
He got fired from that job.
Who?
Ben Affleck. He's no longer Batman.
Oh, yeah, it's
Edward.
Sparkly skin guy.
Yeah, Edward. Not
I wonder if
Norton.
his skin sparkles in Batman.
No.
I hope.
I've seen Batman, so no.
Go ahead.
But, like I said, it's been... The dinosaurs died out. I think it's happened multiple times, personally. And according to this theory, they went through the geological history, and about every 26,000 years, or 26 million years, a lot of the elements that we find aren't produced here. They come from asteroid impact.
Is it unobtainium?
I think that's one of them, actually. No, not that. There's two other ones. It's I should have wrote this shit down.
There's a lot of random fucking elements.
But they aren't
like Einsteinium.
They aren't produced here. They are from asteroid impacts.
Yeah.
I think one of them it makes, I forget which one it is, whatever makes a big component in spark plugs and I forget. Anyway, like I said, we'll probably do a full episode on
A
this.
metallic element?
Yeah, it's an iron type.
It's not tungsten.
No. Anyway, but this kind of shows evidence that every 26 million years there is some sort of bombardment of heavenly bodies, and not
Heavenly bodies.
not Victoria's Secret models coming in and crashing into us, which would explain a lot of the extinctions.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, but at the same time, the extinctions can explain themselves. Like, there's more species that have not made it in the history of this planet than are on the planet currently.
Right.
Like, a lot more.
Right.
But I talk about this nerdy shit all the time. Like, the only reason they research this shit is because they want to be like, it's just really fascinating and we want to understand how the universe works. No, you want to try to be prepared in the case that we might die. Because you think we fucking matter. And we don't. We matter within ourselves and like amongst ourselves, but the Earth don't give a shit about us.
we're just
We're like
fleas on its back.
we're the least successful species of animals on the planet.
What are you talking about? We have iPhones,
One
damn
of.
it.
So,
And we have Pornhub. iPhone and Pornhub. What else do you fucking need?
do you know how shitty we are as one species?
What?
Well, I guess it's not really shitty. It shows an evolutionary a capability of great evolutionary leaps. But like, we're nothing on this world. There's over 300,000 species of beetles. Just beetles, which are part of the insect family, which is the most vast one.
And 3 of them were dead, or 2 of them were dead.
Well, Paul McCartney might as well be dead ever since he started Wings.
Or is he dead? Is he already dead?
He's a robot. Did you see that fucking Meghan Markle shit?
Oh, fuck. What?
The video of Meghan Markle?
No, what?
Where they were like, is this AI? It's fucking weird.
No,
I'll show it to you later.
Well, describe
Like, it shit looks like it. Like, they're sitting there in, like, a press thing, and, like, she's got her hand on his chest and stuff like that to take pictures, and, like, she does this thing, but, like, the whole time, it kind of looks like a fucking, like, it's a small, small world. Like, those fucking animatronic robots.
Really?
Like, her eyes get all wonky when she does the fucking hair flip and shit. And I'm like, yeah, she could just be all fucked up on, I don't know, whatever English cocaine is.
Well, don't they live in
Sweet and low?
Don't they live in Vegas now or L.A. or something?
Ow! It squeezed my nut.
God
damn it!
But I think it's interesting, and I'm really fascinated with near Earth objects. I heard one. I was listening to something. This is a conspiracy theory that's out there, and I'm gonna fuck it up. I know, but
Oh, now I got a tummy ache.
there's a conspiracy theory out there.
Conspiracy theory.
Conspiracy theory out there that COVID, yes, it's a real thing. There was a virus, but it's not as bad as what they think. But that was actually just a cover-up.
For
The governments are aware of something coming our way. They
oh,
were was coming,
trying to put our mind on something else, so we're not worried about
That's
the
why they
impending doom.
locked us down, and they made they put trauma doctors in all these camps, for supposedly for COVID,
Mm-hmm.
the tent city type shit.
Yeah.
That it sprung up in parking lots all over the place. There weren't actual doctors; they were trauma doctors, and because
Like the video.
the government was thinking they saw something, but apparently missed us since that was 2 years ago.
Good math.
I mean,
Good job, NASA.
I would say.
I mean, yeah, but it's just like COVID is just like it's too easy to try to attach any conspiracy theory to that.
Right.
Because it is a conspiracy in and of itself.
Well, I will say
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Everybody's like, you think they let it out on purpose?
No.
I don't know if they let it out on purpose. I wouldn't put it past the world
Maybe it was
government,
an
the governments of
accident.
the world. But the governments of the world definitely put that card in their hand and held on to it.
Well, I will say
They threw
this.
down that royal flush and said, fuck you, citizens.
I'm going to say this about COVID. It's either going to go away completely or we're getting locked back down here soon. And
I've heard talks of
It
a
all
mask
depends on-
mandate again.
it all depends on one thing.
If Trump kills
No.
Biden in a fist fight with fucking dildo weapons and takes it over again, hell yeah.
No. Since Biden's got COVID.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he has COVID again.
Oh, he's going to die.
Well, if he dies.
I'm not trying to be a naysayer. I'm not like a hater of the president. I don't fucking care.
You don't want him to die.
He's
But if-
old.
But if he passes away, they're locking us fucking down.
Oh, for sure.
It's over.
For
It's
sure.
a wrap. We're podcasting every fucking day.
Oh, hell
For
yeah.
8 hours a fucking day.
Fuck yeah.
Because we'll have nothing
I'm
to
getting
fucking
that, especially if they're giving out that Daddy DeWine money again.
do. But if he survives it, it's done. It's over. Because if he's already got one foot in the fucking grave. If it doesn't, no disrespect, I don't need the Secret Service knocking on my door. But if it doesn't take him, how big of a pussy do you have to be to die from that shit?
I mean,
He is literally, I think he's a walking corpse anyway.
he's, you know what he is? He's like the scarecrow from Wizard of Oz. That is Joe Biden.
Really?
Like, if you think about it, he kind of fumbles and bumbles around.
Which one? Didn't he want the brain?
Yeah.
Okay.
If
Tin
I
Man-
only had a brain.
Tin Man needed the heart. And some, lubricant, but that's beside the point.
I don't know. The Wizard of Oz was a real mindfuck as an adult thinking back on it. I just thought it was all whimsical and shit when I was a
No,
kid,
there's
and now I think back and I'm like, it was all things that she had inside of her that she was just searching for because she didn't know she had.
Oh, my history.
And the one guy that hung himself in the background.
When I was in college, I was a history major, and we did a whole fucking, semester on that shit.
On that movie?
Yeah, because it was metaphor
Oh,
for
fuck that.
the Industrial Revolution type shit and all that fucking shit. Of course, I was drunk mostly through college. That's why I only lasted a year there. At that particular college, I had to come home and do something else.
DeVry.
No, you see.
Ho! 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 You see.
But anyway, getting back
Welcome to Ohio.
Getting back
Welcome to southwestern Ohio,
by way of Los Angeles.
where everybody knows the UC chant, but there's still Ohio State fans, and they try to find a reason to dislike Xavier.
Well, Xavier does have a football team, so they don't count. If you
Got
don't
a
have
good basketball program, though.
if you don't have a football team, you don't count.
That's not true.
You don't count. Fuck you. You
I mean, in the conversation of football, yeah. They have a good basketball program.
In the conversation,
Isn't their soccer team really good, too?
I don't know.
I think it is. I mean, I don't fucking follow, but...
I haven't kept up with Xavier.
Well, I mean,
In 2
everybody
years.
seems to give a fuck about soccer in this part of Ohio ever since FC Cincinnati became a thing. Do they even have a team, a name? This is America. You're supposed to have names.
Nicknames. They have.
Oh, do they?
FC Cincinnati.
That's it?
Yeah.
What's the nickname?
They don't have a nickname.
The Cincies?
The losers.
The
Fuck.
Sin City Rollers?
It's soccer. Nobody gives a fuck about soccer.
And I like soccer during the World Cup when America's still in it.
I don't like soccer. I don't even.
I mean, any opportunity I
I
get
will
to pull
say
out
this.
my vuvuzela.
I will say this: soccer, women's soccer. I will watch that. It's fairly interesting.
Oh, dude! I remember the last World Cup. Pardon me, I'm scratching my ass. The last World Cup, like somebody tried to argue with me. I was like, 100% the women's US national team would beat the men's. And they're like, blah, blah. I'm like, shut the fuck up. The women's national team is usually better than the men's national team. Ever since the days of old topless Mia Hamm.
She wasn't the one who went topless.
Well, then you got Hope Solo with the fucking nudes, looking like a fucking an Arby's beef and cheddar. She did.
I don't think I ever saw that.
Yep. I saw Hope Solo's nudie pics. She had some she got some serious labia going on down there.
Good for her.
There is no minora. It's all majora.
Weird. So, well, expect that lawsuit from Hope Solo.
Like it looked like if she cut her husband off, she'd be like, no, and she'd close him like a fucking aggressive old lady closing the curtains in their house. No.
Oh, my batch tree's going to die. Oh, no. No, but
Did we hear about monkeypox? Didn't everybody hear about monkeypox?
isn't that called AIDS?
I just love how everybody tried to
joke.
turn that into like, oh, it's because we were fucking monkeys. I don't think it was, Tim. I don't think it was.
Oh, I'm sure somebody's fucked a monkey. You talk about monkeypox or AIDS?
Hey, you think Michael Jackson had a chimpanzee for no reason? Well, a chimpanzee's not a monkey, but,
Well,
potato. It's an ape.
They could not. Bubbles could not press charges.
I hate to burst your bubble.
But
Yes, they're apes, if anybody was wondering, along with gorillas, bonobos, orangutans. Oh, what's up?
What we got?
LOP in this motherfucker.
Who?
That is the. Pardon my French. She's like the boss ass bitch from my alliance in the game that I play. What?
I'm not judging.
I'm promoting.
I'm not judging you.
I'm spreading the word of our just absolute fucking bullshit that we spew out of our faces. And while she's here, I was talking to some of the members of my alliance,
Yes.
the Life of the Party alliance. How? I did say that we are topical. Wednesdays, not so much. Wednesdays, we just kind of fuck off and we talk about whatever we think is interesting. Now, while we have a new listener here, and hopefully some other new listeners, you never know, tune in on Sunday at 6-ish, hopefully, and we will be covering the man, the myth, the legend, H.H. Holmes.
H.H. Homie.
And it'll be a Travie episode because it's true crime.
Which H.H. Holmes is fascinating.
He was. What blows me away is, like, I guess it doesn't blow me away because it's not uncommon, but like he was a well put together, like, decent looking turn of the 18th or 20th century gentleman.
Did he have rock hard abs?
I think he died in 1896. Yeah, I think he was born in 1861. He's only like 35 when he died. What?
Oh,
Did he have what?
I said, did he have rock hard abs?
I would say yes, but I don't know if they count as abs back in those days. I think it was just malnutrition.
Those are called ribs.
Yeah.
Ribs.
That's just, yeah. Look at that striation. That's starvation. There's a difference, Jim.
Oh, anyway.
Eat some fucking, I don't know, some whatever the fuck they like to eat back then. Some salted pork.
Yes, but H.H. Holmes is
some spotted dick. It's a real dish.
I know, isn't it? Yes, I'm well aware.
We should eat it on the show.
I'm not eating spotted.
You won't eat spotted dick with me?
What is? I know what it is, but I forgot.
Let's see. Hold on.
Google that shit, Jamie. Google that shit. We need a Jamie.
We do need a Jamie. You realize you have me Googling spotted dick right now?
I want the NSA all up in your ass.
Spotted dick. Spotted dick is a traditional British steamed pudding, historically made with suet and dried fruit, and often served with custard. Non-traditional variants include recipes that replace suet with other fats, or that include eggs to make something similar to a sponge pudding or cake. Who the fuck decided to name a dessert Spotted Dick? What an asshole that guy is.
Spotted Dick? I thought Spotted Dick was what you got from monkeypox.
It's who the fuck? Like, what are we gonna name this sweet, delicious, cakey thing? Spotted Dick. Hey, what do you want to name this new candy bar that's so good that it was literally getting people addicted to it? Hairy, stinky puss. What the fuck? Why, Great Britain? Why? This is why we revolted.
This is why we went to war.
Just so everybody knows across the pond, this is why we fucking revolted, is because we were tired of eating your spotted. We were tired of having you shove your spotted dick in our mouths, and we needed some goddamn pancakes. Or let's just get a little frisky and go south of the border and get some flan.
Odds are.
I'm one of I'm like one of the weird fucking people that likes flan.
I don't even know what flan is.
It's a custard with so that you make a caramel. I know how to make it. It can be a little tricky. But you make a caramel and then you put it in the bottom of a ramekin, and then you put custard in the ramekin and you bake it so that it hardens up. Well, it's still gelatinous, and then you flip it over onto a plate and pull the ramekin off, and
Are you trying to turn me on?
The caramel just flows over it and makes a little puddle in the bottom of preferably a saucer if you're not a savage piece of fuck. Or, you could just be a total fucking piece of shit and you can drink cheap whiskey, take a shot of fucking tea in your butthole, and then eat a big old plate of spotted dick. Delish.
I'm not eating spotted dick.
Hey, garçon, your spotted dick in my mouth. I want your spotted dick on my table. I want to share it with my family. Thank you.
Tyler says you can get spotted dick at Jungle Gyms. Does not surprise me. You can get
spotted dick behind Jungle Gyms too, yeah. If you know what I'm saying. Anybody who doesn't know what Jungle Gyms is, you unfortunately don't live here, because that's probably one of the best parts about living in this area is fucking Jungle Gyms.
I've never been to Jungle Gyms.
Are you shitting me?
I've never.
Ever in your life?
Ever.
Ever.
Been in the parking lot.
You've never been to Jungle Gyms?
Never been inside Jungle Gyms.
We're going to Jungle Gyms.
Never.
Their liquor store alone is amazing.
I've heard they got great deals on natural light.
They've got great deals on everything. Dude, they've got aisles upon aisles of just beer. They've got aisles and aisles of champagne, aisles and aisles of wine, fucking whiskey, tequila, vodka. They have everything you could ever want. And that's just in the liquor store area. Like, Jesus Christ, it's fucking amazing. You can buy a fucking pig's head. You can buy alligator tail. We get a durian, eat a durian live on the show.
What the fuck is that?
It's a fruit that apparently just smells like fucking awful.
I've heard of it.
I've heard it doesn't taste that bad if you can get past it.
It tastes actually good. It's just a smell. You can't.
Which circles us right back to the spotted dick, babe. Smells a little weird, but it's fucking delicious.
Anyway, so getting back to Nemesis, that and global.
After 30 minutes of fucking off about spotted dick, let's get back to Nemesis.
We're gonna have to wrap this up and go to the Patreon member show.
Nah, we can finish talking about Nemesis. Fuck it.
No, I just think I'm fascinated with near Earth objects.
Move.
That's going to kill us rather before global warming will, personally, in my opinion.
Well, we all know my opinions on global warming.
You really want to...
fucking cares? It's gonna do it anyways, stupids. I want to save the planet. Okay? No, the fuck you don't, Rebecca. You want to save your own fucking silly little Hollister jean short wearing fucking crop top fucking I don't know, whatever brand is in now. You just want to save you and your fucking hot girls. Because guess what? Honey bunches of oats.
Save the hot girls. I'm all for it.
Fuck. Don't save any of them. We are the spotted dick. We are the spot on the dick that is this earth.
No, here's the thing.
We suck. But no, like
there's no
doubt. Just to round that out, the Earth's gonna be here after the fucking atmosphere goes to shit and we all die. Fucking spoiler alert, people.
We just won't be here.
We're weak. We have soft skin and we have fucking shitty teeth and we don't have claws. We're not meant to survive.
And we're weak as fuck.
Let a fucking tiger walk in there. What the fuck is gonna happen to us?
Oh, if a tiger walks in this front door, guess what? You and I
We're going to get a mouthful of striped dick.
We're both going to get fucked.
I'll get the striped dick, and when the jaguar comes through the fucking window, you'll get the spotted dick.
Yes.
Dick for everyone.
I'm down. No,
Jesus Christ.
What was I saying? No, where the climate change got me?
Like and share the video.
Is when they started the whole carbon tax thing.
Oh, my God. Did you see that shit that they did in, like,
now.
Norway or whatever?
What?
The government tried to, like, come in and be like, hey, all you farmers in this area, you can't farm anymore.
Oh, they're doing it right now.
Yeah.
And they're in Great Britain, I think.
I don't know. It's amazing. They fucking started dumping those, like, 2-ton hay bales on the middle of the road. Well, it's in Europe, so they might be metric tons. So they probably only weigh, like, 160 pounds.
And
that's why fat people in Europe are different than fat people here. Because over there, they're like, I've got to lose weight. I weigh 1/4 of a metric ton. And they're like, Sally, you weigh 67 American pounds. And then I'm over here sitting where people are like, I'm a fat guy. And people are like, you're not fat. And I'm like, I literally weigh 468 metric tons. I weigh as much as a European airplane.
Oh, what was it? I had something to say. Shit. Oh, fuck. See, Alzheimer's. You got an episode with Alzheimer's.
Oh shit! He said, "Oh,
that wasn't it."
You're like a girl when they say they have to pee and then they keep talking and then they forget they have to pee and then an hour later they're like,
"I do have to pee," but that's beside the point.
We'll watch. A leaky spotted
Hand
dick.
me that fucking Gatorade bottle.
No, there's still Gatorade in that, you savage.
Hold on, I just have to.
That is Gatorade Zero Berry. That's the good shit.
I'm going to salt it up for you.
Your piss is salty?
All piss is salty.
I wouldn't know.
You know, funny story.
Story time.
Story time is
Does this have to do with the spotted dick as well?
No. I used to spend a lot of time, my job.
Drinking piss?
No. In a truck. All day.
Piss jug.
And,
like Ricky's dad from Trailer Park Boys.
You just can't whip it out. They frown upon that in neighborhoods.
Yeah.
If you open the door, go water your tire. Karens get a little pissy about that. Even back
I bet. You're just out here chucking piss bombs out of a fucking 99 F-150.
I'm like, bitch,
half
please,
ton.
For you to see it, you had to have binoculars. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. How'd you know?
Wait, that wouldn't be a F-150 is a 1/4 ton, isn't it?
Yes.
I regret everything.
But so I would have an abundance of bottles. And sometimes
you fucking throw it away when you get gas, you fucking psycho.
Well, I wasn't somewhere, and I had a particular type of bottle that I always Mountain Dew Code Red back then.
Was the type of bottle you prefer to piss in?
Well, that was what I drank, so that's why I had an abundance of bottles.
That's why you were pissing so goddamn much, because you were driving. You bought the liter too, didn't you?
No, just 20 ounces.
Well, you're wasting your money.
That was back when I had money, so I didn't give a fuck. So
I got so much money, I don't even buy the value size shit.
So I filled that bitch up. And just
Lloyd Christmas from fucking Dumb and Dumber when he was like, I need another bottle.
And the job site I was at,
he said, can't you stop it? No, it hurts.
The job site I was at, there was no trash cans, so I just wasn't gonna throw it.
So you drank it again.
No, so I set it in the console.
And you went to drink your other Code Red and you drank your pee-pee.
I was driving down the road and had my eyes on the road because you don't take your eyes off the road.
Never.
I reached down to grab my other one. The telltale sign is it should have been at least somewhat chilled, not fucking hot. But it was 95 fucking thousand degrees out. So I grabbed it and just didn't even look.
And you drank piss.
Yes.
That's all right. I've done that with dip spit.
Oh, I've done that too.
I've never drank piss though.
I did not ingest the piss, but it hit the tongue.
You did the action of drinking piss.
And I was a spitter, not a swallower.
Same thing, man. So you did the
Even
fucking Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber, and then you did the Harlan Williams from Dumb and Dumber.
You do know
when he said
you can drink your piss for a while to survive.
I think you can recycle it like twice.
And after that, it becomes too toxic.
Yeah.
The more dehydrated you get, the more toxic your piss gets.
That was always my thing with Bear Grylls. Everybody was like, he's fucking fake, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, he might stay in a hotel at night, or even if he does sleep out in there rough, he might have a camera crew and food with him. But that man still decapitated a goddamn rattlesnake, turned it inside out, pissed into it, and then drank it fucking 3 miles down the road.
Where Bear Grylls lost me.
Where
Bear Grylls lost me. I used to watch that shit. I used to love that shit.
Is it when he started going out with celebrities? That shit was great.
No, back in his old when it was just him and his crew. Naturally,
yeah,
he wasn't like Les Stroud and just did it by himself. But
is fine.
When he was in the desert, I think.
Yeah,
and he came across the camel dung.
Oh yeah, and he squeezed it out into his mouth. Yeah.
I literally went to the bathroom and threw up, and I don't have a weak stomach. I was like. That is disgusting.
Well, I mean, he's British. That's what happens when you live a life of growing up on fucking spotted dick.
I guess you can drink shit juice and get away with it.
He really did.
Oh, it was fucking disgusting.
I think he did it with elephant poop too.
Maybe it was the elephant. I don't. I just
feel like you get a lot.
I just
it had to be
up in there. You can see the. I think
you said you got it up in there.
You got it up in there and squeeze. You still see the straw and shit. Oh God.
What about the guy who the elephant shoved his head up his ass?
Shoved his head up.
Yeah, it's like a circus or something like that, and the guy's in a very inconvenient place, and the elephant goes to sit down or something like that, and this dude's head goes right up its asshole. I was like, man, there's not enough fucking baby wipes in the world. You got to take an acid bath after that.
Just shoot me.
Oh God! I showed you the video of the elephant reaching up the other elephant's ass with its trunk and pulling out poop and eating it, didn't I?
No.
Real thing.
Nice.
You're welcome.
I don't want to say.
Or fucking hippos pooping. Have you ever seen a hippo poop? They flap their little tails around so it flings everywhere to mark their territory.
Yeah,
it's like a poop fan.
What I forgot. I was still trying to think about what I forgot I was going to say.
You were drinking piss last time I knew.
It had something to do with global warming.
You said something about really enjoying drinking piss.
No, it was not pleasant, but
it wasn't bad. It wasn't the worst thing I've had in my mouth.
It was a little salty.
I'll take your word for it. Something tells me I'm not going to be taking a big old swig of piss tonight.
But I did. My father, my biological father, Mr. Butterfingers.
Anybody who's listening for the first time, the Butterfingers jokes is not a Phil didn't get fondled. It's funnier.
It's funnier.
He just got
morbidly obese.
Didn't we all? Fuck.
But he used to dip. Of course, I used to dip from the time I was about 15 to.
I think everybody dipped for a little while.
Until I was in my mid-20s, probably.
I dipped for
not mid-20s. That's 90.
I probably dipped for 2 years.
22.
But I still smoked, too.
22, 23. No, I didn't start smoking back then until to quit. I quit smoking to quit dipping.
You started smoking to quit dipping?
I mean, I was the type that.
Good call.
I had to dip in from the time I woke up to the time I went to bed.
Yeah, not me. I don't think I started. I don't think I really took a dip until I was 16 or 17.
And I did.
And I had been smoking for I started smoking when I was fucking 13 or 14.
And I didn't dip that candy ass dip either.
None of that pussy skull.
None of that pussy skull. Copenhagen.
Ugh.
Fine cut. Where you ate most of it. What was I?
I never got.
But anyway,
my dad. The mint was so strong.
My dad used to dip, and he was drinking a Coke can. We had Cokes and something. He was spitting in a Coke can. courtesy would be you pop the top off.
Yeah.
On a spitter.
Or maybe, how
And
old were you?
I was probably, let's see, 14, 15.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So I was probably dipping at the time, too. Fuck.
I was going to say, if you were young, I was going to say, or just don't leave your fucking dip spit where the young child can reach it.
And I thought it was my...
It's pretty easy. You just go, oh, look, a fridge.
So I took a big old swig of what I thought was my Coke. It was not Coke. And he dipped the pussy shit, the skull shit, like a candy ass that he was. God rest in peace.
I always dip Grizzly.
I dipped that for a little while.
I just like Grizzly. Like, it tastes good.
I like Copenhagen. I love Copenhagen.
Like, I like Grizzly wintergreen. Mint every once in a while, but goddamn, the mint got so fucking strong after a while. Gourd damn, Jim.
And I like the fine cut. I didn't like the...
I got long cut.
See, I didn't like the long cut. Sure, it packed easier, but... Like I said, I want to put it in here in 10 minutes. I want it to be all across, swallowing half of it. A man's man, damn it.
It's like you just fucking, like somebody put a used coffee filter in your mouth and just uppercutted you.
Yeah. Yeah, but I was the type, first thing I put in, I didn't jack off without a dip in.
Ugh. Gross. Who's gonna spit first?
All right.
God damn it.
Okay.
I can't believe I put this link out in that fucking game. Those poor people.
Well, only one showed up, and she's probably said, fuck this, I'm out. You're probably kicked out.
Arguably the most important. Why? Yeah, I'm going to get on there. I'm going to be fucking kicked out of the alliance. Because my last alliance fucking sucked in that game. This alliance actually does things. Ever.
All right, we've been going for an hour. Or you want to shit can the Patreon? I say we call this and go
smoke a cigarette, do like at least a half hour of Patreon.
Yes. So
since we didn't do one last week.
For those of you new to the
oh yeah, did we go over that?
What?
Why we were missing last week? I was dog sitting for some of my friends that had a baby.
Yes.
Everything is fine. The baby is healthy. Everyone is happy. They are home. In case anybody is wondering. Spotted dick. Drinking piss.
Drinking dip spit.
Daddy, can I have a Butterfinger?
Yes.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
So, but those of you who are new to this podcast and this live stream, we do have a Patreon page, and we do a Patreon bonus live stream for just our Patreon members here after the What the Fuck Wednesday. And if you would like to become a Patreon subscriber, where is that at? I've lost. Uh-oh. Oh, there it is.
You got to pull it before my hand comes off the screen. Look at that shit.
Go to patreon.com/GITM podcast, and you can get a shit ton of bonus material. Plus, you get these Patreon exclusive live streams that we do after What the Fuck Wednesday.
Fuck, we're getting to the point where that's going to be fucking most of the material.
Yes, which is what we're going to do in about 20 minutes or so. We're going to end this live stream.
After we have a cigarette, some spotted dick.
Go to patreon.com/GITM podcast and become a member.
Drink a fucking Mountain Dew Code Red full of piss.
And you can continue with this complete bullshit that we call a live stream.
Okay, here's a good question, though. If you were drinking that much Code Red, what color was your piss? Like super dark? Did it look like if you dropped a bug in it, would it look like the mosquito in the fucking guy's cane from Jurassic Park?
I don't think so.
So you're just pissing gel. You're pissing. It's coming out like fucking gas from a car in like northern Minnesota that just fucking froze.
For all you Patreon members, we will do it like always. I will send you the link to the live stream here in about 15 minutes or so. And you can join us over there on patreon.com, whatever. Or just hit the link.
And for anybody who's wondering, this part of this concert was awesome. This part was awkward and weird.
Yeah. If you want to keep up to date with what we're doing and when we go live and all that happy shit, go to Instagram at ghost_night_podcast, Twitter at night_ghost, Facebook Ghost in the Night, and also TikTok.
This shit is so fucking hard to get your hand self going the right direction when you're looking at the fucking backwards.
TikTok is at GITN.podcast for a little extra shorts of Travis making a complete ass of himself.
I have noticed that a lot of our shorts are usually me saying some fucking dumb shit.
Yes, it is. But we will see you guys on Sunday for our regular episode, I think 192.
I don't know. I stopped counting at fucking 1. I wasn't even here for 1.
Yes. But we will, I think.
Oh, and remember, if you want to subscribe to the Patreon account, you have to go to patreon.com/ghost in the night. Ghost. Fuck. Patreon.com/GITN podcast. Because if you search the name of the show, we won't show up because we like to say the word fuck and shit. And apparently that's a bad word and you can't fucking say that and we won't show up on your search. Eat my spotted dick.
Yes. So
you think this spotted dick thing's going to roll over to the Sunday show?
Probably.
He did go to Europe for a while.
Probably. So we will see you guys on Sunday for, I believe, how are we looking on time? We kind of back to a normal time?
I mean, as long as nothing shitty happens, yeah.
It'll hopefully be
I'm also dog sitting again, so let me see what time I get off work. We might push it, but
it's somewhere either 6 or 8 o'clock, one of the times on Sundays for the actual topical
or
episode.
Possibly even 7.
We will keep you informed at one of those social media links.
Well, if we don't have to push it for 2 hours, I won't. You know what I mean?
All right. So we will see you on Sunday, and for you Patreon members, we will see you in about 15 minutes. Take care, guys. Say bye, Travis.
You were expecting me to say bye, Travis, weren't you? Salutations.
You're a dork.